Hello, today I will show you a very simple Android application using linear layout. Let's get started. Use two empty activities. By default, Android Studio will automatically create it for you two important files like main activities and activity main.xml. This one, the layout files. But before going in detail, I will show you around a bit. There are two more things quite important for the project. Build.gradle SDK versions declarations. And the very important part is the dependencies. This means that you want to use some libraries or want to add another dependency, so you can declare here. For the previous versions, they use compile, but for this one, they use implementations. The other important thing is Android manifest file. In this application, you need to declare all the activities of the application. In this, we only have one activities, and this one, the main activities and the launchers one. I will show you the design part first. So I start with the layout, which is located in resources folder, and then layout. First thing, I want to change this one to linear layout. There are few mandatory fields here. Now I just simply clone them into 3 items. So you can see that 1, 2, 3, they will be arranged horizontally. So we can make it more explicit by define orientations horizontal. But if you want to make it vertically, so you change this one to vertical. This one by default, it's wrap content. It means how big, how long the content is, the size of the items will be. If you want this text box to take the whole screen, you can change with the met with parents. This means that it takes the whole screen. And for the two next items, if you want them to be in the same line, you need to define another layout nested with the first one. So we just define here the closing text. You need to change the orientations of the layout horizontally. If you want to make it bigger and take the whole screen size, you can change the layout width here to match the parents. But as you can see here, the first text box take everything, so the second one don't have any space left to display in the screen. So you need to set the weight for that. Layout weight, I just put number 1. This is a bit abstract stuff. This one you also need to change to match with parents. So as you can see now, each text box take 50% of the screen. Let's say you want the first text box to take only like with 60% of the screens, for example, to put the layout with number 2. So now the weights, okay, this one 2 and this one 1, and you can reverse. Alright, so that's how it works. Okay, so now I want to add another text box at the bottoms. But this time I don't want a label. I want something editable, so I use EditText instead. And for programming purpose, I need an ID to call it in the activity Java class. So I call it name. So it's somewhere in the bottoms. Why? Because the layout here, for the height we make it match with the parents, it means that it takes the whole space. So you change to wrap contents. Okay. And now we need a button to click. For the layout width and layout height, it's a mandatory field, so we need to add it there. I need a caption for that. Okay. And then I need to call a method on click, say hello. Okay, this one we need to define in the class, the activity class. Okay, this is done for the layout, and I come to the class file activity one. Oh, we need to declare the on click button. What I call this one is like say hello. We need to have some parameter, should be the view. We need to get text from the layout, so I want an EditText. Find view by ID with the resource and ID and name. Okay. Now we managed to get the text, but we need to store it somewhere so that we can call from the next screen. So I need to declare shared preferences, get application context, share, and this one we name it and set a mode for that. Private. Okay. Pushing. You need to name, so we can use that name to call from the next screen. And don't forget to commit, otherwise you won't see it in the next screen. Commit. And then now we need to do something to go to the next page, so we can use intent. This activity context and the new one, I just make it welcome activity dot class. Start it. And finish the current one. Okay, done. Now we need to define the next activities. The new screen, so you can right click here and select activities, empty one, and name it and finish. I will go to the layout and declare a bit and change a bit. This UI, we only need to define a label, so we can call it TextView. Okay, just make it like this. and we need an ID to call. Welcome. You will see some error here, but it's not necessarily to fix it, because what it shows, like here we use the constraint layout, and this one you need to define the constraint between the edges of the screen, let's say the top, the right, the left, and the bottom. So we don't really define it here, so it will show the error, but it doesn't matter. Now I come back to the code. Okay, the first thing you need to do is to get the share preferences with the same text here, and we need to get the ID. So like TextView file ID. Get string. What we define, the name. Cannot get it, so replace with the null values. Okay, it should be done, but before that I want to add some text here. Hello. Okay, should be good. Now we can try to run it. Okay. Okay, it works. So I will show you in the manifest file. After we generate the activities, the Android Studio will generate an activities and declare it's here. If you want to change a certain activity to be the main and the launcher ones, you can cut this one and paste to the content inside the activity text. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching.